Morning, Jules here. Welcome to my channel. So we've got another kit. I've got two kits here. One is going in the shop. The other one is for my subscribers on my Ko-fi. They are both Grungy Daisy, but they are two different kits, different papers. The only thing, there is one sheet of ephemera that will go on both, and that is the fussy cuts. So we've got fussy cut daisies, so we'll start with this one. Some of the intricate ones I've done like a background, a beige background, so you can kiss cut it without having any white bits in. So that's that one. So that will go with the other kit. So with this one, we've got pockets. They're in beige tones, little bit of green, little bit of yellow. Then we've got some really, that's a file folder, a strip or a washi strip, little buttons, pockets, and a double tag. And then these you can decorate with your daisies or stamps or whatever. We've got a nice envelope there with the pretty top, and then obviously some tags, quite muted. There's daisies in the background, so you can either leave them like that, you can stamp on them, or you can put daisies on top. Then we've got some daisy postcards, well, the music cards, French music cards and postcards, which are quite nice for the pockets. So you get 6 sheets of ephemera and you get 10 journal pages. So as you can see, they're kind of washed out grungy daisies. So some of them have got, you know, some of the pages have got lines on, some of them haven't. So there's your first one, and again there's another one. And I've tried to mix and match them, so if you've got lines on that one, there's lines on that one, and you know they are exactly in the middle. So you know, if that's how you put your, that's how it'll be, and then you'll have 2 pages of lines. So that's how that goes. Then on a lighter effect, and we've got sort of like plaster and everything, and there's a little butterfly there, little bits of lace. Another one, little bit deeper, script, peeled paper. I just love this kind of look, because you can do all sorts with it. You know, you can add lace, you can add lots of pockets, you can add lots of flaps, you can add buttons, you can add threads, you know, metal bits, so, and that's both with script and little bits of ripped paper. And then we've got one that's just lines right the way through, and again just sort of like the peeled paint at the edges. There is a daisy, I don't know whether you can see, just in the background and no more. And we've got some sheets that just daisies, with a little bit of script. You can do anything with them. You can make pockets, envelopes, pages. You can cover your journal with them. And another one's got music in the background, music sheets. And one a little bit lighter with some blues. So most of the colours are beiges, whites and like yellowy oranges, but we do have some greens and some blues running through. Obviously greens for the stalks, but if you look at daisies, they're in the shadow, they sometimes do look blue. And this is one of my favourite ones. I love this. I just absolutely love that, and that just goes for like pockets and lace and everything. So that's the one that's going in the shop. So, and that will be in the shop now. And this is the monthly subscribers. So again, we get that's the only thing that's the same in both kits. So if you're a monthly subscriber, you get this automatically free. So you can buy the other one and it works as a big kit. So again, we get the file folder, the washi tape strip, double tags, pockets. We get the larger tags. And again, these have got bits and pieces on them, so you can use them like that, or you can stamp on them. You can do anything. Then we've got some smaller tags for sitting in pockets. I always like these because they make great sort of like ephemera pocket fillers when you're looking, you know, when you're making bits of ephemera. Then we've got some journal cards and a tag, and we've got some slanted pockets. So it's got a little bit of a dragonfly on that one. And then we've got some slanted pockets. So if you wanted, this is bigger, so you could put that one on top of that one if you wanted, or just have them as 4 separate pockets. Then we're on to the journal pages. So again, you get 6 ephemera pages, and then we get 10 of these. So we've got the daisies with the dragonflies, and again, it's like plaster, ripped paper, newspaper. And then we've got quite a modern one, which I quite liked. It looked like a bumblebee. Looks like 2 insect eyes, doesn't it? But I quite liked it. So I popped it in. And then we go back to the neutral tones, the beiges and the browns, with the whites and the script. And again, we've got one with lines and just the muted daisies in the background. Another one, muted daisies in the background. And again, and I quite like these. These are nice for, you know, it's always nice to have journaling in your, you know, journal space in your journals, and space for your pockets and your flaps and your dangly bits. And then just obviously some pretty papers. Again, you can cover your journal with them, and they match in. And then one that's got sort of larger daisies. It's always nice to see them. And then we've got some medium-sized daisies, and these, so that's got your script on. This one is similar, it's got this similar background, but then we've got other bits and pieces in that we've got script. So that's your monthly subscribers one. So that's 2 kits. Obviously one is for sale, one will be in the Ko-fi. They'll both be on my Ko-fi. So if you're a monthly subscriber, you just go onto the monthly subscribe and you'll get it automatically. If you're not a monthly subscriber, it will ask you to subscribe for the month. So and then you can go on to the shop and buy that one. You will see it because it will be Grungy Daisy and you can see the pictures. So I hope you get something out of that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.